Doing, Coach?
Good, and you?
Pretty good. Well, we might as well start off off-topic question, but I saw that Rex was added onto the practice squad with
Yeah.
the Dolphins. What were your thoughts on that?
It's great. And he has a job.
Yeah,
So he just signed yesterday with the Dolphins, and I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him, and it's a good deal for him. So hopefully he can stay a little longer than the last time. And but if he's on the practice squad, then it's great. Great to get experience and practice in, and just working with the team.
Coach, I'll be rooting for him every time he's not playing my Bills.
All right, there you go. The Bills are on fire, though.
So back over to volleyball. Sky was named the Student Athlete of the Week for WVU. Not very often in any sport you really get a freshman that has such an impact and is getting so much attention. What has impressed you about, or what about her has impressed you throughout her first season?
She's a volleyball player. She's a baller, So she understands the game. Her IQ is very high, and I'm happy to see that she's having a good year. Can it be better? Of course, it can be better. It's still a learning process for her, but she's done some really good things to help us get to where we are, and we count on her from her serving, her passing, her defense, her back row attack. All the above it's as important as anything else. So, she understands that, and she loves playing volleyball, and she gives it 100% every single time.
Coach's trip to Oklahoma is a big one because you have the opportunity to have your first winning record in Big 12 conference play. What does that mean to you, and how much of a step is that for the program?
It's definitely a step up. We gotta take care of business. That's the whole thing, and that's the message every day this week. Not just this week, but every week. And the players have done a nice job of staying focused and making sure that they're getting better every day. But Oklahoma's they're a good team. They're always good, historically, and it'll be a challenge. But we go there and we're going to play and see what happens.
What do you what kind of things are you looking for out of Oklahoma? What kind of scares you a little bit?
They got some really good hitters. They got a girl from France that's dynamic and the real deal. So, and then they got other hitters that are experienced too, that played last year for them. And that's what that we're watching, and that's what we have to defend. So if our defense can be good, it starts at the serving line, and then we'll have opportunities.
Fitting that you brought up the hitters on Oklahoma because you guys struggled to block third hits last week. What adjustments needs to be made for this week against?
I just think our alignment has to be better. Our reads need to be better, and just being aggressive at the net. I think blocking's been one thing that we've been working on all season, and it has gotten better, but it's not where it needs to be. So we got to continue to do that. Keep working on blocking.
Coach, kind of going more big picture, if you don't mind. If you were to, hypothetically speaking, if the season ended on Friday night after the Texas game, and you were able to go back to August and say, this is what we're going to do through this whole chaos of the last 6 months, we're going to come out with the best conference we've had in Big 12 play. We're going to have a lot of really good young players and a lot of good, what do you think you would say to yourself in August?
Oof, that's a good question. We were pretty optimistic about the season, just to start, because we have good leadership. Audrey and Lacey said, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what we need to do. And the only people that are going to stop us would be us. And, everyone bought into what we were doing. Everyone worked hard. And, it's tough to predict what's going to happen. But did I predict this? I don't know. I don't know if we would have had a season or not. I mean, in July and August, we were optimistic about having a season. And then after that, it was like, well, I'm not sure if this is really going to happen. And then it did happen. And now here we are 2 games away from finishing the season. Right. So it's been a great ride for us. I'm happy. Today we have to take another antigen test, and then we're on our way. Hopefully we're all negative, and then we can go. But the most proud I am of our team is probably because they stayed COVID free, and because of that, it gave us an opportunity to play more matches, and all of our matches, and to have the season we're having. So, I'm proud of our team for that. Not sure if I answered your question, but I'm happy we got through the season, and looking back, it's challenging, right? It's this the whole pandemic's challenging, so it's been a fun ride, and it's not over yet, so we got to enjoy it.
That's great, Coach. That was very open-ended, so thank you.
Coach, what's the plan after this week? Are we gonna keep practice what we're at right now? Are you gonna push it up a little bit or push it down a little bit?
After this week, we're done, and everyone's going home, and then we don't get back till Martin Luther King weekend. So they have a little bit of time to recover, take a little break, reflect on the season, and then we're going to start up again. So, depending on what the NCAA decides, and who knows what's going to happen, but we're going to keep working. We're going to keep working towards our goal, and that's always to play in the NCAA tournament.
Has there been any discussion at all about maybe any players taking an extra year after this season since they get that relief?
We haven't discussed that yet because I want to get through the season first, and then after the season, or after this fall season, we'll have our exit meetings and all that stuff, or player meetings. So that's when we'll discuss what we want to do, and it's more about what they want to do too. So I've heard other teams, some of the players, they just want to move on with their lives and all that stuff. But I'm not sure what our players are doing. I think they're enjoying what we're doing right now, and hopefully they want to keep playing.
Just a quick follow-up on that, Coach. Randy Mazey kind of spoke about this more in the spring because I think they were the first wave, obviously, of eligibility relief. And one of the concerns he brought about was the bottleneck, or the potential bottleneck, of roster spots, maybe a year or two down the road, because you're basically jamming 5 or 6 recruiting classes into one four-year team. Does that kind of concern you at all, or is that not really anything that's entered your mind yet, I guess?
No, it's definitely a concern, right? Because you want to get your team together now, and you want the best possible team, but you also want to look at it for the future. And if we are good now, but then we don't get the recruits for the future, then we go back to where we were before. And so that's the challenging part, where we have to manage that part, where we got to get a good balance of current players and training them to keep getting better and be productive, right? And then also bring in players that will add to what we're trying to do. So it's tough. It's tough that, and who knows what's going to happen, right? What if they say maybe next year or the year after they want to keep allowing the freshmen or the sophomores or the juniors now to have an extra year? Then I don't know what's going to happen. Then we have to make difficult decisions. So I'm not sure what the answer is for that, but we gotta take care of business as we speak.